Hey Kingdom Fit family! Today I want to talk about one of the most talked about wellness compounds in the health and longevity space right now, NAD. If you've spent any time researching energy, healthy aging, recovery, brain health, focus, or longevity, you've probably heard people talking about NAD and wondering what all the hype is about. So let's break it down simply, and I'm probably going to botch these names up. NAD stands for Nicotinamide Adenine Dinucleotide, and it's one of the most important molecules in the human body. It's found in every living cell and is essential for life. One of NAD's primary jobs is helping your mitochondria produce energy. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouses of the cell because they convert the food we eat into ATP, which is the actual energy currency your body uses. Without adequate NAD, that energy production process becomes less efficient. But NAD does much more than just help produce energy. It's involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions throughout the body and plays a critical role in cellular repair, DNA repair, metabolism, inflammation regulation, and healthy aging. NAD also activates proteins called sirtuins, sometimes referred to as longevity proteins. These proteins help regulate cellular health, stress response, inflammation, and mitochondrial function. Researchers are studying NAD because of its potential role in supporting cellular energy production, brain health and cognitive function, focus and mental clarity, healthy aging, mitochondrial function, DNA repair, recovery from physical and mental stress, metabolic health, overall cellular resilience. One reason NAD has become such a hot topic is because NAD levels naturally decline as we age. Research suggests that by middle age, many people have significantly lower NAD levels than they did when they were younger. Poor sleep, chronic stress, inflammation, illness, environmental toxins, alcohol use, drug use, and aging itself can all contribute to NAD depletion. When that happens, people may experience things like fatigue, low energy, brain fog, slower recovery, reduced resilience to stress, and feeling like their body just doesn't function the way it used to. For me personally, one of the biggest things I've noticed is improved energy and mental clarity. Not the artificial overstimulated feeling you get from too much caffeine, which I drink a lot of, but a steadier sense of energy and focus throughout the day. And for me, this is especially meaningful because of my history. As many of you know, I spent years in active addiction and put my body through an incredible amount of trauma. There were times I honestly didn't know if I was going to survive, let alone be healthy, thriving, and helping others one day. When you've spent years abusing your body, there can be consequences that linger long after you get clean. That's one reason I've become so passionate about learning how the body works and supporting my health in every way that I can. One of the verses I've stood on since my first year clean is Joel 2:25. I will restore the years that the locust has stolen. Yeshua gave me that verse during a personal time with him early in my recovery, and I've held on to it ever since. When I look at my life today, I see that restoration everywhere, not just spiritually, but physically, mentally, emotionally, relationally, and professionally. As believers, we're called to be good stewards of what God has entrusted to us, including our bodies. 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20 says, "Do you not know that your bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies." I love that verse because it reminds me that taking care of my health isn't about vanity or chasing perfection. It's about stewardship. The more I learn about the complexity of the human body, the more I'm amazed by the wisdom of our Creator. Colossians 1:17 says, "He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together." Think about that for a moment. Every cell, every pathway, every function happening inside our bodies right now was designed by God. The more I learn about health, wellness, peptides, and how the body works, the more it points me back to the incredible wisdom of Yeshua. NAD isn't some foreign substance. It's something God already built into every living cell of our bodies. That's why I view it in the same way I view nutrition, exercise, hydration, recovery, and sleep. Not as a replacement for faith, but as one more tool that may help support the incredible design God has already placed within us. Now, obviously, our ultimate source of strength comes from the Lord. No supplement, peptide, injection, or wellness tool can replace Yeshua. But I do believe part of wisdom is understanding how God designed our bodies to function and being willing to learn about tools that may support that design. When I have more energy, I can serve better. When I have more focus, I can show up better. When I feel healthier, I can better fulfill the purpose that God has called me to. And that's what stewardship is all about. My goal isn't simply to live longer. My goal is to have the energy, focus, clarity, and health to fully walk out the calling God has placed on my life and help others to do the same. If you'd like to learn more about NAD, peptides, wellness tools, or you're curious about what options might be available for your own health and wellness journey, feel free to send me a message. I'm always happy to share my experience, answer questions, and help point people in the right direction so they can make informed decisions for themselves. And if this video helped you, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share so more people can learn about faith, fitness, stewardship, peptides, wellness, and becoming healthier in mind, body, and spirit. Drop a comment below and let me know. Have you heard of NAD? What one area of your health would you like to improve? I'll see you guys in the next video.